Hey guys, it's Jenna again, and we are just continuing our review of Revlon products today. What I'm going to be reviewing today is the new or newer line of Revlon eyeshadows. I have chosen 3 finishes. I believe there's also another finish, but I've chosen 3 finishes and 1 or 2 colors in each finish to talk about. Um, So the 3 finishes that I've chosen are matte, satin, and pearl. Um, First, I want to start by saying that these eyeshadows are very pigmented. Um, if you've tried the L'Oreal HIP eyeshadows, um, they're maybe 1 notch below those as far as the level of pigmentation goes. They go on very smooth. The Revlon eyeshadows do. And they come in a pretty good array of colors, natural colors, smoky colors, and then they kind of have some of those colors that are more vivid. Um, so I kind of picked different colors, a natural, vivid, and a smoky color. Um, First, I'm going to talk about the matte. And they all come with this type of packaging, and then it says what type of finish it is. So for the matte shadows, I chose one shade that really stood out to me, and it's the 005 Venetian Blue. And this color, I think, is very interesting. It's not something that I would wear on a day-to-day basis, but it's just one of those colors that everybody should really have in their makeup kit, just in case they want to put a little pop of a bright turquoise in their eyeshadow. It's not something that I would put from, lash line to brow bone, but, if you just wanted to throw a little pop, a little bit of shading there on the lid with this color, that would be really pretty and soft. It is very pigmented. If you used an eyeshadow primer, it would increase the intensity. These shadows do last pretty well. I've used them with a primer and without a primer, and I find that they last about equally with or without a primer. If you have oily eyelids, and I don't, but if you do have oily eyelids, I would recommend using a primer, especially with the matte shades. These work really well, wet or dry. If you use them wet, I would just use it wet on one area of the eyeshadow, because it does tend to seal the shadow for, about a week or so. So if you were to wet the entire eyeshadow block, then, you wouldn't be able to use it dry, for another week or two. So depending upon how much water you use to wet it, or how much transformer fluid that you use to wet it. I particularly don't like matte eyeshadows. I feel that they don't really capture the light like I want them to, and I really like things that kind of capture the light and, show the recesses and the highlights of the face and the eye area. But I really do like the consistency and the formulation of these matte shadows. And again, they don't only have the bright colors, they have natural and smoky colors in the matte shades as well. So the next formulation that they have is the satin. And I have to say that of all the formulas that I tried in Revlon's line of eyeshadows, I have to say the satin is my favorite. The 2 colors that I picked in the satin were Nude Slip 020 and Peacock Luster 025. I love the Nude Slip. The Nude Slip is probably my favorite eyeshadow color of all time. It's a very natural color, but it could be used as a smoky. And you can see how this color right here just captures the light, as opposed to this matte color right here that doesn't capture the light at all. And you can just see how pretty and soft that Nude Slip is. I love nude slip. It's great for every day. It's great for evening. It's just a really nice neutral pale bronze. I feel like it would work well on cool or warm skin tones, pale or deeper skin tones. So if you're looking for a great neutral shade that's at a great price, around $6, then get the nude slip. It's a really beautiful color. The next color I tried in the satin was the Peacock Luster. It's the darker one at the top, right here. And you can see it captures the light a lot more than the matte shade does, but it's a little bit less pigmented. I feel like to get the full effect from that, you have to either wet the shadow, use an eyeshadow transformer, or use a primer. But it's a really pretty color. I did find, though, that when I used it along my lower lash line, or if I used a lot of that color, that it did kind of enhance my dark circles, even once they were covered with concealer. So that's something to think about when you're choosing a color. If you have really bad dark circles, I would not suggest the Peacock Luster. But it is a really pretty color. It isn't a duochrome, but when you look at it, you kind of feel like it might be, but it's not a duochrome. It's a very smoky gray teal. And the amount of teal that's in it is really minimum. I mean, it's a really low-level amount of teal, but it's a smoky slate, tealy blue-gray, and it's just a really pretty color. And if you don't have an under-eye circle problem, then I would say go for that color. It's so beautiful, especially in combination with the nude slip. I may do an eye look on that. The next formulation that I tried was the Perle. And the two shades I tried were Black Galaxy 045 and Glistening Snow 035. So I tried a white and a black Perle. This black is really nice. It's richly pigmented. It really captures the light. It's great for evening. Or if you wanted to, you could wet an angled brush and use it just right along your lash line, just for a little bit of sparkle during the daytime. I may do a look on that too in combination with the nude slip, because there's a look that I do with that I really like. This Pearl White is not as pigmented as the others, but you can see it's very pearl. It's very pearl. It's a great highlighter, especially if you have paler skin. I wouldn't suggest it as a highlighter for deeper skin tones, but if you're going for something that's over the top and you just want a really high pearlescent sheen on your eyeshadow, you can wet this, you can wear it dry, you can layer it wet and then dry. But again, if you wet the entire eyeshadow block, it does seal it for a little while, so you would only be able to use it wet after that for a couple weeks. So just wet your brush and dip it in there in one specific area, and don't wet the rest of the eyeshadow block. Overall, I would give these eyeshadows a score of 7 out of 10. Maybe an 8 out of 10. I feel like they could be a little more pigmented. But again, more pigment would increase the pricing a little bit. I feel like the packaging is good, but it's not durable. I've dropped these eyeshadows and the packaging has broken apart. I like how it is a single eyeshadow, and you can just mix them together. You don't have to purchase an eyeshadow color that you don't like. A lot of times with quads or duos, you like one of the colors but you don't like another color, so you end up paying for a color that you don't necessarily like. So I like that these are huge blocks of eyeshadow. But again, the packaging isn't as durable as I would like. I feel like if you drop something once, it shouldn't, break apart. I've dropped this 2 or 3 times, and you can see that the eyeshadow is kind of broken up. I don't like that. So for that reason, I would give it a 7. For that reason, I would give it a 7 out of 10 as opposed to a 10 out of 10. I think if they made the packaging more durable, and if they made it a little more break resistant, then if they made the eyeshadow block a little more break resistant, I feel like that would really put it at a 9 or a 10 out of 10. But overall, I would say that these are great eyeshadows to try. I know L'Oreal HIP eyeshadows are probably my favorite drugstore eyeshadow. They are intensely pigmented. They come in some beautiful colors, but they don't come in a wide array of colors. So I would say that's where that brand is lacking. But Revlon comes in a wide array of colors. They come in vivid colors, natural colors, smoky colors. And I like how they tell you the type of finish that it is. I really do like that. And it says it right there on the package. I mean, you can see matte, satin, and pearl. So it tells you on the package. The black is a great black for nighttime. Especially in the pearl, because it kind of gives you that micro glitter effect that's really nice if you just want something a little different, or you want to add a little sparkle to a smoky eye. I would say it's definitely worth trying if you've been thinking about trying them. If you're not really sure what finish to get, go with the satin. You won't go wrong with the satin finish no matter what your skin type or skin tone. And if you just want to try out the formulation, go for the nude slip. I would say that is the one that's going to look great on everyone. Everybody is going to look good in the nude slip satin finish. 020 is the number on that one. So give it a try. And if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Thanks for watching.